Today we have Nolan Ruby with us, and Nolan is the Veterans Services Coordinator for Directional Motivation. Really excited to have you, Nolan. You know, pretty exciting days, huh?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. So for you folks that don't know, Nolan put a post on Facebook and about our flag and just really a great statement about our flag and the value that it brings to our country, and it's kind of gone wild, huh?
Yeah.
So what's a success to this point?
From what I last checked, it was 265,000 plus shares.
Wow.
So, which is, I'm told, pretty good.
And so, as I understand, you weren't looking to get notoriety. You weren't looking to get 200 and some thousand shares.
No, this was a post from when I was delivering for Coca-Cola, and it was from back in August.
Wow.
And so it kind of fell off the map and didn't really have that big of an effect, except in my circle, which was fine. And then slowly, over the last 4 days, it just took off. So,
Nolan, kind of tell me about your military career so people know, that, maybe with the post.
Sure.
And, some details behind that.
Sure. Well, I joined the military in 2001. I was actually in boot camp when the towers fell, which resulted in being assigned to a unit out of North Carolina. So over the next 4 years, I was deployed as many times. Saw combat in Afghanistan first, and then Haiti, and then Iraq. And the deployment to Iraq resulted in the wounds and the Purple Heart. So I came home at that point, and that was my Marine Corps career in a nutshell.
And then, so this brought you up to kind of today, in some respects, with regards to your post on Facebook.
Sure.
And maybe fill us in a little bit about that and the intentions behind it.
Yeah. Well, while I was in the Marine Corps, I was a part of an honor guard with the 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines, and so part of our job was the etiquette of the flag, military style, so it's a little bit more drastic.
Yeah.
But as far as the post, the only intention there, I guess I don't even really know that I had an intention other than the flag was improperly stored, so I fixed it.
So it was more of a caring for it. So
just a genuine care for the flag, how it's maintained. And so you walk into a place and you see something that's not being done correctly. There was no intention of calling anybody out or creating any sort of negativity over the idea, but so just fixed it. And offered my assistance for the future regarding flag etiquette.
So people could reach out to you and say, okay, and be honest with you, flag etiquette, I wouldn't know either. So people could reach out to you and say, hey, how do you do this? And,
exactly.
And how would they get a hold of you, that type of thing?
Well, you can contact me through Directional Motivation. You can also contact me through Client Staffing Solutions. Which is where I'm at now. But anything in relation to flag etiquette or my intention there, honestly, without any goals outside of proper care of the flag, I'd love to have the opportunity to just go over a few things on flag etiquette. Because honestly, a lot of the responses to the post have been along those lines. Yeah. They've been things like, saying, I would have loved to do that had I been in that situation, but honestly, I don't know how. Yeah. And so it's kind of changed my motivations from that point to this to create that awareness.
Sure. And I think really deep down for a lot of Americans, there's a deep regard for the flag. And I don't know if that's come out in some of the correspondences you've had from people.
It has. It has. One of the things that I was afraid of as this started to go was that it would be perceived as some sort of a negative or positive or pro or con towards any direction. But the thing I think that I found the most refreshing was that so many of the positive feedback or the positivity of the feedback that I've got so far has been that there isn't any leaning here. It's just simply that the flag, the colors, the American flag, belongs to all of us. It's not more important to the veteran society than it is to the American patriotic society. It's not more important to the right than it is to the left. It's just simply the standard that we can all unite under. Even though we may have vastly different perspectives as far as what we think and what we believe and how we feel,
Sure.
it's that flag and the standards of that flag that have given us the freedom to have all those positions that we have. So respecting that as the symbol that brings us together, but yet still maintaining the individuality of who we are and what we believe, I think that was the most important thing that it has accomplished.
Really, really cool.
That's great.
Excellent. Well, we're glad you're here today. We've been interviewing Nolan Ruby, and he's with directionalmotivation.com. If you want to go ahead and contact him, just send an email to Nolan Ruby at directionalmotivation.com. And appreciate you coming by.